Hey guys, Jess here, and welcome to my kitchen. So today we are going to talk a little bit about meal prep. Meal prepping is something that both Coach Megan and I, and also Coach Alex, we have this conversation almost every single day. Nutrition is the most important part of your health and fitness journey. A quality exercise program is awesome, but really your results are going to come in the kitchen. So today, I have a little extra time on this Sunday, so I wanted to walk you through how I meal prep. So today, what I'm going to do is I am going to do the 2-2-2 variation of meal prep. So I have 2 proteins, I have 2 vegetables, and I have 2 starchy carbs. So all of this food that I make today, I am making with the intent that I'm going to put it straight in the fridge. And this is what we are going to eat for lunches and for quick dinners. We have a lot of kids' activities during the night. We are running and on the go all the time. So we have a couple really busy nights this week. So having this in the fridge will save us from quick decisions, drive-throughs, or just being a scavenger for whatever we have in the pantry. So the 2 proteins that I am going to cook today, first I am going to grill some Columbus turkey burgers. So this is a Costco special, and if you know me at all, you know that Costco is my Graceland. So these turkey burgers are 240 calories per burger. There's 30 grams of protein in each patty, which is incredible, but there is 13 grams of fat per patty as well. So while it says 90-10, 90% lean, 10% fat, these are a little fattier than I would like for a lean protein source, but they're quick, they're easy, they're delicious, and they are super, super easy to grab and go. So we are making the turkey burgers, and I'm also going to make about 4 pounds of shredded chicken thighs here. The next thing that I am going to make, I have Brussels sprouts, and I have zucchini and yellow squash. So my garden has absolutely exploded with zucchini and yellow squash. So we are going to be eating these probably until Christmas. So I'm gonna roast some of those up. And then the 2 starchy carbs that I have today, I am going to do little baby potatoes, and I'm gonna do jasmine rice. So I love, love, love having these starchy carbs prepared for lunches, especially after tough workouts. So typically I get my workout in sometime during the morning hours. So by the time that I get home from the gym, I'm usually starving, and I really, really am in need and wanting some starchy carbs there to help recover from those tough workouts. So 2 starchy carbs, 2 proteins, 2 vegetables. So how I'm going to attack this today, I am going to start by putting my chicken thighs in the beloved Instant Pot. Not a lot that we have to do here. I just cut the tops off. Like I said, I got about 4 pounds. I'm dumping all 4 pounds in, and we are going to go salt, pepper, and garlic powder in that. Then that way, whenever we eat it during the week, we can make it taste any way that we want to. Barbecue sauce, cilantro, Mexican style, however we want to make it taste, we can. So that's really helpful to have in the fridge. So that's where I'm gonna start. After that, I'm gonna chop up my vegetables. I'm gonna chop up my potatoes. I already have my pans ready for the vegetables to go in the oven. The oven is preheated. I'll do that next, and then I will toss my rice on. And when all of that stuff is ready, the chicken's in the Instant Pot, the vegetables are in the oven, I will then go outside, light the grill, and toss the burgers on. So I also have this completely random salmon fillet. I made salmon on Friday night for dinner, and apparently this one did not make the cut, and I found it in the fridge. So this is also going to go on the grill with the turkey burgers, this poor rogue piece of salmon that got left behind. So 2 vegetables, 2 proteins, 2 starchy carbs. I am going to use olive oil when I roast the vegetables, and also the baby potatoes, so I also have some fats in here as well. So if you are ready, I am ready. Let's do it. All right, so for the chicken thighs, this is what I did. I cut them, stuck them in the Instant Pot here, salt, pepper, garlic powder, And I also am covering it with just a little bit of chicken broth here, and I'm gonna mix it up. So you wanna make sure that your chicken thighs are completely covered and submerged in the chicken broth. And what we're gonna do here for this 4 pounds is we are gonna set it on high pressure here. And for 4 pounds, I typically go for 16 minutes. So I'm gonna let it come to pressure. It will cook for 16 minutes, and then I'm gonna let the pressure naturally release for 10 minutes, and then it makes it super easy to shred. So chicken thighs are in, and we are ready to go. Next thing, let's start chopping veggies. All right, so I have my zucchini and my yellow squash chopped. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add 2, maybe 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm gonna toss it around. I'm gonna put it on the baking sheet, and I'm gonna add just a little salt and pepper, and that's it. Both zucchini and yellow squash have a ton of moisture in them, and as soon as they start roasting, that all starts to evaporate. So I'm not gonna go super heavy on the olive oil because it just doesn't need it. Another tip, whenever you are using any kind of olive oil is very, very, very calorically dense. So you need to tread lightly when using it. Each tablespoon of olive oil, which is about 15 milliliters, has 120 calories in it. So if you've got a heavy hand when it comes to using olive oil, I would suggest using at least some kind of measuring spoon to make sure that you know how much olive oil you're putting on those vegetables. All right, so our Brussels sprouts are washed. I am going to chop them up. I'm going to quarter them, toss them in the bowl, add a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to season these Brussels sprouts with this balsamic and roasted onion veggie roaster. So this seasoning, you're probably never going to believe this, but I got it from Costco. So Brussels sprouts, here we go. All right, so the Brussels sprouts are chopped up. There is a lot of olive oil still in this bowl from when I tossed the zucchini. So I'm only gonna go a tablespoon and maybe a little bit extra here to coat these Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I'm only gonna do 1, and that was about a quarter. Toss, season on the pan. Last but not least, chopping the potatoes up. And just a little pro tip here, whenever you are using oven mitts, you really want to make sure that there's not a hole in it, because if there's a hole in it, you're going to get burned. Awesome. Okay, so we have, the veggies are done. I have the potatoes in the oven. I put the potatoes on top, the top rack in our top oven because they take the longest to cook. And underneath of that, I put the zucchini because it takes the least amount of time to cook. The Brussels sprouts I threw in there by themselves on the bottom oven. So we have our Instant Pot is still coming to pressure, and I am going to start the rice, and I'm going to go outside and I'm going to light the grill. So I have 3 cups of water in this pot already, and I am going to do 2 cups of jasmine rice. So the water is going to boil here. When it's done, I will toss in the rice. In the meantime, let's go light the grill. We'll let that grill get nice and hot, and then we will come back out with the burgers and the piece of salmon. Okay, so I just took the rice off of the burner. I'm gonna let that cool down there. I am going to check on our vegetables and our potatoes. So you can see everything's cooking up real nice, but that definitely needs some more time. And our Brussels sprouts, also needing a lot more time. Our chicken thighs in the Instant Pot have finished cooking and they are coming down. So when I say naturally release, I am going to let that release for at least 10 more minutes. And we're gonna go outside, check on the burgers. All right, we're gonna give those about 5 more minutes. So the good thing about these chicken thighs, especially when they come out of the Instant Pot, they are super easy to shred. So all I'm gonna do is just use this spoon thing. We're gonna call it a spoon thing with whole, I'm not remembering what this is called. It's a spoon thing with holes. I'm just gonna use that and kind of dice these chicken thighs up a little bit. All right guys, everything is done cooking and this is what we have. Brussels sprouts, potatoes, rice, lots of zucchini and yellow squash, our shredded chicken, turkey burgers, and my lone piece of salmon. So what I'm gonna do next is I am going to put all of this stuff away in Tupperware containers to put in the fridge. I have not eaten lunch yet and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I think I'm gonna have that piece of salmon and then I'll show you what the final product looks like. And there we have it. About an hour and 10 minutes total of work. And this is what we got. Meals for the entire week. For both myself, Matt, and the boys. So, if you're thinking that meal prep is too hard or that you don't have enough time, make the time. It will pay off 1,000 times over. It's that important when it comes to achieving your goals and living the life that you want. All right, guys, so thank you for joining me today. I am Jess. This is my kitchen, and we'll catch you next time.